remember during the first Trump administration, everybody said that Trump's tariffs were going to be inflationary back then. What actually happened? We had 1.5% inflation. We had the fastest growing economy in a generation, and we had the beginning of a manufacturing renaissance in the United States of America. Then, of course, we had 4 terrible years of the Biden administration. But a lot of people have gotten rich from American jobs moving overseas, but American workers have not gotten rich. And frankly, American companies have not gotten wealthy from the increasing growth of foreign competitors manufacturing overseas.
President Trump's renewed push for tariffs has sparked a fierce debate, with critics warning of inflation and global trade disruption. But supporters argue this isn't just about tariffs. It's a broader economic reset aimed at dismantling a system that has, for decades, offshored American jobs while burdening the middle class with rising costs and stagnant wages. JD Vance, now vice president, pushed back on the idea that tariffs inherently lead to inflation. He pointed to the first Trump administration when tariffs were introduced and inflation held steady around 1.5%. That era also saw robust economic growth before the pandemic hit. In contrast, inflation spiked during the Biden years, fueled by massive federal spending and global supply chain vulnerabilities. According to Vance, the problem isn't tariffs. It's a global economic model that left America hollowed out and in debt. The U.S. has long relied on a cycle of borrowing from China to purchase Chinese-made goods. The result? A shrinking manufacturing base, shuttered factories, and a generation of Americans priced out of the housing market. The promise of globalization was cheaper goods. What we got were broken towns, disappearing jobs, and wealth concentrated in the hands of a few multinational executives. Vance said that what we're witnessing now is a pivot, a rejection of globalist economics. And in the Rose Garden, surrounded by American workers, the enthusiasm was real. Factory workers and small-town laborers who have seen plants close and wages stagnate finally feel like someone's listening. It's not about party lines anymore. Both union and non-union workers, Republicans and Democrats, see that something's finally shifting. While Wall Street reacts with unease and media pundits sound the alarm, everyday Americans, especially those living paycheck to paycheck, are more focused on long-term security. Vance addressed the concern head-on. Yes, some prices may tick up in the short term, but the administration is working to bring costs down by slashing energy prices and cracking down on market manipulation. When it comes to consumer costs, the vice president noted the administration has already driven down prices on essentials like eggs, which had skyrocketed under Biden. But he also acknowledged the road to economic recovery won't be instant. The Trump administration inherited the largest peacetime deficit in U.S. history. Rebuilding the economy with American-made goods takes time. But the end goal is clear: jobs that stay in America and a trade system that works for Main Street, not just multinational conglomerates. As for the tax front, Vance clarified that the administration doesn't see tax cuts as a band-aid for tariffs. The goal is systemic change. Tax policy is being reshaped to reward companies that build and hire in the United States, not those that chase cheaper labor overseas. For 4 decades, American workers have shouldered higher taxes while watching corporations get tax breaks for offshoring jobs. That ends now. On another front, Elon Musk's involvement in the Trump administration's digital overhaul, known as the Doge initiative, is reportedly winding down. Vance emphasized this was always a temporary role. Musk committed to 6 months of work helping identify and dismantle bureaucratic bloat. His team uncovered fraud in Social Security, including payouts to deceased individuals and an alarming rate of fraudulent claims. The work isn't done, and Musk will remain an informal advisor, but the mission to streamline government is ongoing. The administration is also nearing a decision on TikTok. Though Vance didn't confirm details, he indicated the White House is finalizing a plan that would ensure national security protections while keeping the app accessible for Americans. The likely outcome involves splitting ownership between American interests and private investors to prevent data from being exploited by foreign adversaries. For younger Americans especially, TikTok has become a key platform for political engagement, making the stakes even higher. Then there's immigration, and specifically, violent crimes committed by individuals who entered the country illegally. Vance noted that lawfare has become a major hurdle. The executive branch is being blocked by the courts from removing individuals who not only broke immigration law, but went on to commit serious crimes. The administration's response is to keep pressing forward, using every legal tool available to protect American citizens and restore border integrity. The message from the White House is consistent. Whether it's tariffs, tax reform, digital security, or immigration enforcement, the focus is on delivering results that matter to the American people. Not Wall Street, not global institutions, just the millions of families who've waited decades for a government that puts them first.